After being closed to the outside world for several years, China finally opened its borders, well, partially at least. But how difficult is it to get in? And what exactly is a WeChat?
You have to use the WeChat.
WeChat?
You have a WeChat?
What's WeChat? Don't do WeChat or PooChat. I find out this week as I take a journey to China with Shanghai Airlines. I am in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia today, and we're heading to China. So I'm looking for an airline called Shanghai Airlines, who I'd never heard of before, and I just started looking for flights to Shanghai, where I'm heading today. And I thought, well, what a better way to go to Shanghai than on Shanghai Airlines? I mean, they sound like they know what they're doing with Shanghai, don't they? So that's what we're doing. We're going to take a flight with them. If we can find their check-in desk, we're going to check in and see about getting on a flight to China, Shanghai to be precise. My first job today then was to check in, which, as it turns out, for a flight to China is actually pretty tricky. Hi, Shanghai, yes, Shanghai Airlines, yeah? Business class? Yeah, this one, yeah? Thank you. I'd like to check in, please. I'm flying to Shanghai.
Do you have visa for China?
No, because I'm doing the transit. I'm just transiting overnight. And I can do the 24-hour transit thing. Okay. Yeah. And so he went off to check if I would be allowed to check in for the flight with his boss, which didn't seem particularly promising.
So for this flight, I can only check you in until Pudong only.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yes.
That's fine, okay, yeah. And then when I get there, then I can check in
Yes,
for the next leg. Okay, that's fine, thank you.
But I just need to take a picture of your passport.
Of
just
course.
in case anything happened in the system.
Absolutely. Do you need anything else from me? Like I have my COVID and everything. Do you need any of that? No, okay, not needed, okay. I had the test done just in case. As he tried to check me in, I couldn't help but notice this guy trying to check in half a dozen TVs onto the flight before finally I got the news I was hoping for. It's all good? Yeah.
All good.
Perfect, thank you. Thank you very much.
Level 2 and satellite level.
Thank you. Pudong, Shanghai, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. However, it seemed I wasn't out of the woods just yet.
Have you done the custom declaration already?
No, I haven't. Do I need to do that as well?
Oh yeah, you just screenshot. I mean, you have to use the WeChat and scan. Do you have a WeChat?
Oh, WeChat. What's WeChat? Is that like a Chinese?
Yeah.
I don't have that. Sorry. Is that an app I need to install? I've never been to China. I'm ever so sorry. I don't know what WeChat is. Okay, WeChat. I'm very sorry. I'm new to this.
It's okay. Unless you want to take picture.
I'm going to see if I can take a picture of that maybe, and then I can do it in the lounge if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oops, sorry. Let me just.
This is English version, I think.
This is English.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. Right, so I'm checked in, sort of, on Shanghai Airlines. Lots of confusion. They seem to think I need a visa to transit, but I've heard that I can do like this 24-hour transit without a visa thing, which I'm hoping I can do because I don't leave until like tomorrow night from a different airport. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do because tomorrow I have another flight with a different airline and then up to somewhere else to leave the country from there. And I'm hoping to do this 24-hour visa-free thing. And they just said I needed to install some sort of app called WeChat, which I don't know, sounds a little bit strange, but I'm going to download the WeChat in the lounge in a minute, I think, and see if I can do this, whatever it is that they need me to do. Hello. Hello, sir. I headed through security and ended up being sent towards a bus to take me across to the concourse where my flight would be leaving from. Alright, so the train's out of service today, so we've taken the bus thing across to the sea gates here at Kuala Lumpur. And apparently we're in the Malaysia Airlines lounge, so I'm going to go and sit in the lounge and see if I can find this wee thing that I need to do. Hello. Hello. Alright, so I made it through to the lounge here then at Kuala Lumpur. Not got too long. My flight's boarding in like 15 minutes or so. It's boarding like an hour and a half before the flight's due to go, so it's a bit kind of crazy really. This lounge is alright. I've been here before. It's quite a nice lounge. I'm just super confused and stressed right now because I'm like, they've asked me to download this Wii thing. I've found it and it's downloading, but it's downloading like ridiculously slow. So on this Wi-Fi, so I've no idea. Something to do with customs anyway. I've got to do that. I've got my boarding pass as far as Shanghai. I'm hoping to do, there's like this 24-hour visa thing, visa-free transit thing, which they didn't seem to know anything about, so who knows what's going to happen when we get to Shanghai. Whether they'll actually let me into the country, I don't know, or whether I'll just get turned back to Kuala Lumpur again. Who knows? At this moment in time, it's a bit sort of up in the air. I've heard they can be quite funny about it, so I've sort of just done everything I can, printed off everything about my ongoing flights and stuff, and my hotel, in the hopes that they actually let me into the country. Who knows? We're going to have faith. We're going to have faith that they'll actually let us in. But yeah, I've never been to China in my life, believe it or not. Never once even thought about going. It's not ever been somewhere that I've actually fancied going along to see. But they've opened up recently. They've opened up their borders in the last sort of couple of months after they've been shut down for like forever. So I thought, well, we can go and try a couple of their airlines and just see what they're like. All right, so I've installed this Wii thing, WeChat, but we have a bit of an issue because I can only create an account for it if I know somebody who's a friend on WeChat or something and they have to scan a code. I don't have any friends. Well, I have some friends. I don't have any Chinese friends or friends who might have WeChat, so I don't know what to do now. Is this going to cause an issue when I get to Shanghai? I don't know. I'm just going to wing it, I think, and we'll hope that we don't need this Wii thing after all. I don't know. All right, well, I've spoken to Mr. Cahill, Mr. Josh Cahill. He's been very helpful, thank you, mate, and has given me a link to this form for China that you fill in online to get a QR code without having to download this bloody WeChat thing. So I've done that. The most buggy website I've ever seen. It's just dreadful, but I've managed to get this QR code, so hopefully that QR code will let me into China. I don't know. We'll find out in about 6 hours, I guess.
Sir, how are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
Good. Alright. Safe flight, sir.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I got to the gate, and waiting outside was this Boeing 787 operated by Shanghai Airlines, originally delivered to them in 2018.
女士们、先生们，下午好，请保持原位等待。天航联盟成员上海航空公司 FM886 待享购买航班 MU8536 从。
So here we were then, full of nerves and trepidation, ready to board my first ever flight to China. I walked past several security guys on the jet bridge as I headed to the plane. Hello, thank you. Hello, thank you. Oh, thank you. And I have to say, I was fairly surprised with what I found on board. Thank you. Oh, this is nice. Thank you. Oh, many thanks. Appreciate that. Alright then, welcome on board the Shanghai Airlines Boeing 787 Dreamliner. This is absolutely so far removed from what I thought this plane was going to be like. I was just expecting, don't know anything about Shanghai Airlines. I was expecting just sort of a 222 basic ratty old config, but actually this is really nice. It's got a proper closing door and everything on it, look. It's like an entirely private suite. This is amazing. This is a special livery, and its registration number is an angel number 1111. Rach will appreciate me noticing that. I've just boarded the plane at 3:33 in the afternoon, so that's 333. Yeah, I'm doing well with my angel numbers today. But this is nice. You've got like a full closing door there. You've got whatever that says in Chinese there, and there's an enjoyment thing there. We've got a cubby hole up here. There's an amenity kit by the looks of it with headphones and stuff there, and a power socket, contactless charging, water bottle and everything up there. And the seats like leather, the controls for the seats down here. And then we've got this big TV screen here, which says China Eastern on it. I think China Eastern own Shanghai Airlines, I believe. there's some sort of link there between China Eastern. But this is totally not what I expected it would be like. The cabin crew came round with a hot towel and a pre-takeoff drink from the enjoyment menu, which included such delights as the bright future, the sunrise east and the light heart. I decided to go for the sunrise east, which was pretty nice. It wasn't too long before the jet bridge was detached from the aircraft and the safety video started playing, which was pretty cute. We pushed back from the gate and taxied out to the runway here at Kuala Lumpur International Airport.
Thank you for choosing Shanghai Airlines, and we wish you a pleasant journey.
And in something of a first time for me, the cabin crew actually dimmed the windows on the 787 for takeoff. Usually they want them open, but on Shanghai Airlines it seems they wanted them closed. Our route tonight then took us east out of Kuala Lumpur to fly across Vietnam and then up towards China, descending down into Shanghai with a flight time of 4 hours and 51 minutes, cruising at 39,000 feet. Alright then, airborne from Kuala Lumpur heading to China. Interestingly, this is the first Dreamliner I've ever been on. I've been on lots of Dreamliners. I've been on exactly that many Dreamliners, I can't actually remember now, but I've been on a lot. And I've had cabin crew use the window tinting thing essentially quite a lot. I've never had them actually dim the windows for takeoff. That seems to be completely counterintuitive, but that's what they've done today anyway. So we have dimmed windows for takeoff. But hey, never mind. I have to say, I'm not going to lie, I am probably more nervous for this trip into China than any other trip that I've done before. Simply because I know literally nothing about China. I'll openly admit that. I don't know a word of the language. I don't understand the language, the culture, or anything. I don't know the geography, even. As far as I'm concerned, really, I'm a bit ignorant to China, and it's bad, really. I shouldn't be, but I am. It's like a big black hole to me. Well, you hear all these things, don't you, about China and what they're doing and stuff. And that's kind of all I know. And I'm literally on a flight into that black hole now. Where I'm going to be for the next few days. I'm not going to lie, I'm actually a bit nervous. Even if we get that far, I mean, let's just get into the country first. I'm not even sure that we're actually going to get in, but we'll find out when we get up there. I mean, if they send me back to Kuala Lumpur in this seat, it'll be amazing because it's a lovely seat. Yeah, we'll figure that one out when we land in about 5 hours' time. But it's certainly a comfortable flight anyway so far. The cabin crew have been really nice. They've been lovely, proper nice, friendly crew. It's nice. It really is. Alright, so they brought around some after takeoff drinks. I've gone for this thing. It's I think it's called like a Sunrise Dream or something like that. And all the drinks are sort of like named after just, I don't know, just given cool names like that. It's called like a Sunset Dream or something, I don't know. But it's just basically, I think, tomato juice and pineapple juice, she said. It's interesting, we'll see what that's like. Wow. Okay. That is an interesting combination. Tomato juice and pineapple juice, and there we go. Otherwise known as a sunset, sunrise, dream, whatever it is. Yeah, it's interesting. And while I'm on the subject, anyway, what is it with people drinking tomato juice on planes? Like, whoever goes to the supermarket on a normal day-to-day basis and just buys tomato juice and drinks tomato juice at home? I mean, yeah, as soon as people get on a plane, they drink tomato juice. Why? I don't get it. Alright, dinner time. I've ordered the honey chicken. It was a choice between honey chicken or egg noodles, so I've ordered the honey chicken. And they've also brought me like this, again, it's off the enjoyment menu. It's, I think it's like a mint and lemon or mint and lime thing. I'll try it in just a minute, but she said it was very nice and will go nicely with the honey chicken, so let's try it. I do like it when I've got these big seats that you can sit in, that you can actually put the camera down and get a slightly different angle. That's one of the reasons that I actually like filming in like business class and stuff a bit more, because it's you get it's much easier to film. You know, it's much easier to make video when you're in this sort of environment. You just pop the camera down and it's much easier. Anyway, ooh, chopsticks. Shall we use the chopsticks? Is that dangerous on a plane? Shall we just use them? I don't know whether I've got a choice actually, because I don't think there's any knife and fork in here, is there? Getting the right way around it would help. It's lovely. I finished throwing it everywhere.
It's time for the Noel Phillips Loo Review.
Alright then, time for the Loo Review on the Shanghai Airlines 787. And it's quite a nice loo. Dreamliner bathrooms are usually pretty tiny. This one's no exception. It's quite small, but it's really nice. It's clean. It's quite modern. Couple of toiletries and things there. Sink's nice and clean here. Look, the double mirror thing. Look at the floor though. The patterning on the floor. It's sort of like, I don't know whether you can quite see it. It's a like a tiled pattern on the floor. Quite nice, quite modern. It smells really nice and clean as well. You know, this is a plane that's like 5 years old. This plane has really been looked after. You can tell. Not entirely sure what I was expecting with this airline, to be honest, because I didn't know much about them, but if I'm being honest, I'm very impressed. One thing I also like is that the crew, aside from being incredibly friendly, they don't speak a lot of English, as you would expect. However, they are so open to like the whole photography thing and stuff like that, which I was not expecting. My only experience flying on Chinese airlines was once I flew on Hainan Airlines on their Manchester to Dublin route when they did that, and they were not at all camera friendly. They did not want you to be taking any pictures on the plane whatsoever, whereas these guys are just like amazing, to the point where when she set my dinner up, she was placing everything on the table so it looked nice for the camera. It's like, wow, that is not what I expected. Obviously you've got to be careful not to get too complacent and start taking the mick, because that's you know, there's a fine line usually, and it's not always a very visible fine line. Certainly so far they've been really, really nice. I'm going to use the loo, head back to my seat, and we're going to watch this sunset, because it looks like it's going to be an absolutely amazing sunset on the way up to China.
That was the Noel Phillips Loo Review.
Alright then, let's have a little look at the in-flight entertainment system on Shanghai Airlines. Be interesting to see what they've got. I've not actually looked through it yet, so let's see what there is. It's very flashy, I'm very sorry about that. Actually, it's all branded up as China Eastern, look. And I think China Eastern are somehow related to Shanghai Airlines. I think they own them or something, or they're like a partner airline or something. So it's a lot branded up as that. There's video, audio and games. So the video section, they've got movies and TVs, so let's have a look what they've got. In the Hollywood section, Jurassic World, Minions, 1917, that's a good film. We're getting on a bit now, it's quite an old one. There's not a massive amount, but there is still some stuff there. TV, let's have a look at the TV. Let's see if it's variety shows. Again, just not much Western stuff, mostly Chinese, as you would expect, because it's a Chinese airline. Well, interestingly as well, I just wanted to show you you can control the windows from on the TV as well, which is quite interesting. And that's your flight map. It's kind of a standard, I think, flight path 3D or something like that. But that's kind of it. It's not too bad. There's a few bits and pieces on there. Right, well they've just announced that we are an hour away from landing in Shanghai now, and therefore we need to have all of our seat backs up, seat belts fastened, window blinds open, all the rest of it. Like, we're an hour! We haven't landed for another hour yet. But no, we can't put the bed down or anything. We're setting up now for the rest of the flight. But yeah, it's early, isn't it? But hey, hopefully that means they'll dim the cabin lights early. We might get some nice views of the lights of China out the window. I don't know, we'll see. As we started our descent into Shanghai, it's fair to say that my nerves were ramping up big time. I simply had no idea whether I'd even be let into the country, but at least I didn't have too long now until I found out. We touched down at Shanghai's Pudong International Airport and taxied into the terminal where my fate would be decided.
Sorry, wait a moment.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too. So here I was then setting foot in China for the very first time, and I was very, very apprehensive about what would happen next. The airport terminal was eerily quiet. There was literally nobody here. Hi, the 24-hour transfer, yeah? Okay, thank you. It turned out I had to get a train to the main terminal concourse, and again, I was pretty much the only person there.
旅客们，列车即将启动，请拉好扶手，注意安全。
请刷健康申报码。
This one?
请刷健康申报码。
Oh, here.
请对准镜头。测温成功，请稍等，请通行。
Yes, thank you. I think you can even hear it in my voice at this point, just how nervous I am. Hi, transfer, but tomorrow I want to do the 24-hour transit.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. So this way, yeah, okay. Hi, yeah, I'm transfer, but tomorrow, so I want to do the 24-hour transit.
24 hours is
Fill this one, yeah, okay. Thank you. I do it just here, yeah, thank you.
Hello?
Hello.
Transit?
Yeah, transit for 24 hour, please.
Okay.
Have
How
on my-
many days stay?
Until tomorrow. Yeah, so I leave from Chengdu tomorrow. That's my COVID. Ticket to Chengdu, and then I have
Chengdu?
Chengdu, and then next one. Okay.
Over there.
Over this way. Okay. Thank you. He sent me this way.
Transfer, right?
Transfer, 24-hour transfer, yeah? My schedule was to fly to Chengdu the following morning and then take a flight out to Hong Kong from there. My question now, though, was whether they'd let me do that on this visa. It's all there.
Malaysia, China, then...
Malaysia, China, then Hong Kong.
Please put your 4 left-hand fingerprints. Please put your 4 right-hand fingerprints.
In this airport,
Pardon?
when you leave China,
From Chengdu. Chengdu, yeah. So I fly tomorrow morning. So I do Shanghai, Chengdu, and then Chengdu, Hong Kong, Tokyo. And perhaps quite understandably, he was a bit confused about my whole itinerary. It was time to break out the Avgeek card. For just one night, yes, yes. You have new planes, Comac C919, you know the new plane?
Yeah.
So tomorrow I hopefully fly on the C919 and then leave China. So I like planes, aviation. So. Well, that was either kill or cure, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Do you need these or?
CX16.
Yeah, alright. Thank you. Now, I don't know about you, but in my experience, getting led away by another immigration officer is never a good sign.
Thank you. The flight ticket?
A flight ticket tomorrow, yes?
Tomorrow, yes.
So, Chengdu, let's drop that. It's Chengdu, Hong Kong, Tokyo.
Chengdu, so we're going to Chengdu?
To Chengdu tomorrow, yes.
Tomorrow to Chengdu?
Yes. So Shanghai, Tianfu.
Okay, that means I want to see a date. Sorry,
And that's to leave to Hong Kong. Let me grab this.
So tomorrow,
Tomorrow 1:55 or 13:55 to Hong Kong.
with me, please.
Yes. Wait here, okay. And so I now had to wait in the naughty corner while he went and decided my fate. After what felt like a lifetime, he eventually came back with my paperwork with some good news.
Okay, finish.
Oh good, thank you. I can leave, yeah? Alright. Okay, yeah, alright, thank you. The relief was overwhelming. I was allowed inside of China and able to get through the airport and make my way to my hotel. Taxi.
We are going. May I have detailed address?
Renaissance Hotel. Renaissance Shanghai Pudong.
Oh.
Here we go, Yingchuan Road.
Oh, Yingchuan 719号
Nanyang District.
帮俺们要一部车，成大万丽酒店一个人。Receipt.
Yes, okay, perfect.
Wait about 5 minutes. Parked here.
5 minutes here, okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a rest.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. That was surprisingly little hassle getting in, even with my ridiculous itinerary that's going to have me hopping across China to get out again. They didn't have any issue letting me in, so that is surprising. They just thought it was hilarious that I'd be here for 24 hours, hop around the country and leave again, which is quite cool because at least they sort of understand that side of things, I guess. Alright, I'm just waiting for a taxi anyway. It's going to take me downtown to the hotel that I'm in. We only landed like half an hour ago and I'm through waiting for a taxi already. Awesome.
Can I add you on WeChat?
What's sorry?
Can I add you on WeChat?
Oh, I don't have WeChat, sorry. I don't know what it is.
No WeChat.
No. Holy crap, I've only been out of the airport for 10 minutes and I've already got people chatting me up. The taxi lady's asking if she can add me on WeChat. I'm like, sorry, don't do WeChats or poo chats or any other fetish chats, communities, regardless. I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, that's fine. Absolutely fine, but I'm not, so.
你怎么跑那边去了？你怎么跑那边去了？不应该走这个道吗？
Right, thank you.
待在车应该穿个花友。
Thank you. Oh. So I got into the taxi and we made our way downtown to my hotel at the Renaissance in Pudong. Thanks very much, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, welcome to China, baby. Oh. Late at night here in Shanghai, but actually not too bad. It's only about sort of an hour and a half after we landed. Oh, there's my view. Hang on a minute, let me cover you up. There we go, there's the view out of the window. A few tower blocks and things, but we're in downtown Pudong, which is in Shanghai, not far from Pudong Airport. This is my room at the Renaissance Hotel, and then we've got sort of what we've got in here, the bathroom, I think. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? It's quite fancy. Nice little shower there. Wonderful. There we go. Well, that's the that's my room here at the Renaissance in Shanghai. Not enough time here, really. I'm on my 24-hour countdown now until I have to be out of China, and I've got 3 videos to make in the meantime. So it's going to be a crazy 24 hours. I will be leaving the hotel in about 6 hours from now to get back to the airport for my next adventure. Shanghai Airlines, they were absolutely amazing. Really enjoyed my flight with them. Totally surpassed anything I expected. So yeah, they were pretty good, weren't they? Let me know what you thought to them down below. But in the meantime, I'm off to bed. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.